Yes, sir. It's your boy Ange, and we are here for chapter 1109 of One Piece. I'm so excited to do this reaction video. As you guys know, in the last chapter, it was amazing, phenomenal. We had Saturn and Kizaru get stopped by my boy Luffy at the end of the chapter, which looked amazing. As you can see, Saturn's eyes look, I'm how should you put it? Along the lines of it looks as though if he was a zone or mythical zone, we haven't confirmed what his fruit is or whatever, what his transformation truly is. But him being a mythical zone, it seems as though he's fully in his zone form because his eyes have actually changed shape, and like he looks more chaotic, more destructive, more like he lost all humanity, if there was any to him in the first place. So we have that currently going on. You see the Giants are stepping in, saving everyone as they can. Sanji unfortunately messed up and managed to slip up where Vegapunk ended up getting stabbed by Kizaru. Now Kizaru is in Luffy's clutches as well, but it was unfortunately a big L for our boy Sanji. There's I try not to join that Sanji versus Zoro debate. I'm Team Luffy at the end of the day, as you guys could tell. But it's not looking good for our boy. However, we still have he did manage to take a kick from Kizaru and continue to go. I'm pretty sure it was straight to the face, so it was a not lightning but a light kick. So at light speed, he managed to bounce back from that. Usually, in most cases, I think in every other case, we've actually seen an individual go flying, whereas Sanji managed to actually bounce back fairly quickly. Not enough to Kizaru obviously has light speed and he was able to strike Vegapunk there fairly fast. But in that time period, it didn't. Sanji wasn't able to exactly bounce back in that amount of time. So we need to jump inside this reaction video and see what happens in this chapter, because I'm excited as all hell to see what happens to Luffy, what happens to the crew, what happens to the gang in this next one. Is Luffy able to take on both Kizaru as well as Jay Saturn? That is the $1 million question. If we're actually going to see him go against both, or are we actually going to go ahead and see him just possibly take on Saturn, and somehow Sanji has to come back into play and take on Kizaru, or another player ends up showing up or something along those lines. We'll see what happens though. But without further ado, let's jump inside this reaction video here, guys. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. All right. It's the boy. All right. All right. All right. All right. Where's the chapter? Right over here. Chapter 1109, Termination. So we got the Onigashima uh, rooftop dome underwater. It looks like you see it's cool. Well, obviously, like the horns, one slashed off, one was already broken. A submerged Onigashima. So they have it underwater, or is it right now under the other part of Wano? Like, because Wano has like the water submersion part, so it looks as though Onigashima is under there right now. Interesting. Um, so my boy Oda, I went to Shibuya to get a taste of some mongai mongiaki goodness, but there were long lines everywhere, so I gave up. Is it really that popular there? All right. Also, Vegapunk was ready to tell the world about what happened. Okay, let's see. Stella, is this wise? A message to the world. Even if you set this broadcast to start suddenly, it may not work. What do you mean, Shaka? Okay, so we're having Shaka back here with the main Stella body. So it looks as though we're having this explanation of as to what Vegapunk is about to do about admitting the truth to the world. We're counting too much on people being ready to receive this relay, to receive and relay this. You know how it is with information. Agencies always spread the news around the world by the next day. Yeah, it's true. You think so? But what if someone intercepts or censors our message? What what the where is the broadcast coming from? You're right. Any suggestions? So I'm curious as to how Stella might have wanted to relay this message to the world, because right now he's giving Vegapunk a suggestion as to how to go about giving this information to the world. Because this isn't being televised, from my understanding. This isn't being broadcasted, like the actual battle on Egghead. Um, it's coming from every ship's transponder snail. So it's coming from the transponder snail. Oh my god. So he's wow. So Vegapunk is broadcasting across the entire world through transponder snails. Did he create? He didn't create transponder snails, did he? We could piggyback off the Navy's comms trap. Vegapunk for the win. We could so Vegapunk is confirmed dying because like this is the only reason that this even is happening right now. We could piggyback off the Navy's comms traffic, cut the connection. That's the thing, we can't. So the Navy comms are always wait. That would allow us to force a worldwide constant broadcast with our signal strength at maximum. So he's hijacking the Navy's transponder snails or all of the so he's piggybacking off of the Navy's connection right now because the Navy should be able to connect with the world. Or I can't recall if Vegapunk actually created transponder snails. I don't believe so. Or it's something that the government implemented. He's just smart enough to know how to intercept the signal essentially. That's the thing we can't. What that would allow us to. So he's able to force a worldwide constant broadcast with our signal strength at maximum. So we might see the mother flame even sooner. I see. That'll make it possible for anyone with a transponder snail to receive our initial voice message. So Luffy going, huh? And he still has them in his grasp. Like he could get attacked right now, but it doesn't look like so. He looks like he's gigantic. He's not fully gigantic of form. Not fully. He's bigger, but not fully gigantic form. But they'll still need a while to prepare their visual transponder snail. So he's trying to show what's happening. The time to set that up will vary from place to place. Let's take an interval of 1 hour. What? They'll still need a while to prepare their visual transponder snails. The Navy? The time to set up that up will vary from place to place. So people all across the world will try and see through the he's putting a message through the transponder snails, but he's also trying to put a visual through them. I'm wondering, but where's the original feed coming from? That's what I'm trying to. Let's take an interval of 1 hour. And Saturn's sweating right now, as you can see. He's saying, "What are you planning to say, Vegapunk?" Dot dot dot. That's Vegapunk, right? An hour? That's too long. Don't you realize what will happen in that time? Where is it coming from? Why now? So he's saying he needs an hour to actually go ahead and get this entire message across. There are people who won't be pleased when we start this broadcast. They may find a way to terminate it before we finish. Ah, fair point. In that case, let's set the interval to 10 minutes. So he's going from an hour to 10 minutes to relay this entire message. Vegapunk, that's your voice, right? Hey, people of the world. So now they're in the Holy Lands of Mary Joa. What is this transmission? Saturn, have you dealt with Vegapunk? What is the meaning of this? Kizaru delivered a killing blow. I saw it myself. So he can connect. So he can communicate with the other gorosei telepathically. It seems like he should be dead. Could he have set a dead man switch so that his message would play upon the death of his main body? That seems likely. We have no way of knowing what he will say. If we can just pinpoint the source of the broadcast, what would the source be? I think they would just do the mother flame on egghead, but can they? I don't think you can reach that fast. The only location that seems plausible is Labo stratum on egghead, but it's currently protected by that barrier of his. What should we do for the remaining 9.5 minutes? We could get inventing. There's so much to do. How about some coffee? What? So he's trying to start I'm trying to process this. He has a message to give out. He's going to give it to the world, and either the message is going to take 10 before the message is going to take 10 minutes to be heard, or it's going to take 10 minutes before the message starts. Dressrosa New World. Okay, we're in Dressrosa now. Wow. Did you hear that? This is Dr. Vegapunk we're talking about. If he's trying to tell the entire world something, it must be a big deal. Get a visual transponder snail out here. Put up a screen. Hurry, we only have 10 minutes. Okay, so yeah, it's an interval. Before it starts, they have 10 minutes. So before it was an hour, but now it's going to take 10 minutes. The wise man Luffy land kidnapped? Is that Rebecca? What's happening? Don't tell me you guys trusted another bad article about Lucy. Okay, that's them on the screen. So okay, so they're videotaping. They videotaped themselves, and it was an audio, but now they're making it into a visual. I could also calibrate the probability of interference happening. We've got the video ready. Is that Vegapunk? Fusha Village, East Blue. What's this all about? I thought it was just gonna be more news bad mouthing Luffy. A visual transponder snail. If only the village had one. How about it, Mayor? Who's gonna pay for that? Raising it wouldn't be free, you know. Isn't having audio enough? So they're really showing the whole world and everybody's reaction in our current state right now. Water 7 Grand Line, wake up. This can't be good. Yawn, Alice. Prepare to screen the message. Her name is pronounced Alish. Alish, I guess. Yes, Mr. President. It's probably playing in the room next door. Screens for each dock are being prepared. It's nighttime, but considering the importance of the event, a summons has been issued notifying all citizens to be at the screening within 10 minutes. Is there anything else? Iceberg Secretary Alice. She looks like fairly young. World Economic Journal. What's with this feed? It's being Morgan is going to be cheese. What's with this feed? It's being relayed through Navy frequencies, but it's encrypted. Where are Luffy-san and the others? Uh, uh, don't be a ditz. Look at the clock in the background. That isn't the current time at Egg. That isn't the current time at Egghead. It must have been pre-recorded. After that, the Buster Call is bound to have reduced the island to a sea of flames by now. So they thinking, look at Wapple. Wapple looking exhausted, tired, uh, everything. The Buster. So they're thinking a Buster Call is happening currently. West Blue. It's Dr. Vegapunk in the flesh. I heard his mind was cut above the rest, but this isn't what I expected. North Blue. That the man who lit up the world, South Blue. He's going through all the trouble. What does he want the world to know? It might be the invention of the century or something. Let me zoom in because I don't want to deal with no shit. Kawabaka Kingdom. Okay. It'll take 10 minutes to brew the coffee. I won't get a sip. I won't get a sip in. I see the probability of interference in this time frame is exceedingly low. What is it? What is Vegapunk up to now? More importantly, has he lost his head? So that's the Dr. Vegapunk everyone's always talking about. He's quite the man to do this in the middle of a crisis. He starts off by saying, I think I'll be dead soon. Dragon's on that mode. Dragon's coming. Egghead. Hold on. Looks like my punches don't damage you. So hold on. So let's see. It looks like my punches don't damage you. So Saturn does that move. Kizaru's using a light beam with his eyes. They're surprised. Or is it Luffy surprised? So he dodges. Is he still holding on to them? Yep, he's still holding on to them. He's gonna, don't tell me my nigga's gonna do a fucking um bell. Eh? He's pulling Saturn. He grabs Saturn even harder. Saturn is surprised. I'm not letting the two of you run off. Not until I'm sure my friends have escaped. Gum gum. Booming dawn. Did he clap these two niggas together? Shut the. Did this nigga guys clap these two? Yo. That's that is genuinely, listen, symbol. That, look, Luffy just look. I'm not till I'm sure my friends have escaped. Gum gum. Booming dawn symbol. Luffy literally clapped. I like no like people have the expression of someone's getting clapped. This is genuinely the definition of getting clapped. Okay? Luffy clapped Kizaru and Saturn together. And all you see is blood. All you see is blood. They're flattened. They're flattened. He takes them. They're knocked out. He said, since you keep getting better no matter what, he's spinning them around. I'll send you flying for good. He threw something. He threw Saturn. I think it's Saturn. I think that was Saturn. What? And Luffy's just laughing. Oh, so he threw Kizaru into the ship, and Saturn managed to come back around, huh? He said, "What's it gonna take to keep you down?" Kizaru-san, when the okay, so right now, the amount of damage that Saturn has managed to take, it looks as though the gorosei are stronger than Kizaru, if not the admirals. Kizaru-san, what in the world happened? Are you all right, Admiral? He's just he's down. There's no time, Saturn. We cannot allow Vegapunk to speak freely. Whoa, that was close. So Luffy managed to dodge. There it is. This is our ship. I hope Vegapunk and the others are all right. I shall perform the summoning very well. Shut the fuck. Sorry guys, I just blanked out. So Saturn performs a summoning, and there are one, two, three, four black lightning strikes that show up, that manage to appear, right? This is what Vegapunk is gonna show the world. He's gonna show the gorosei there, and he's gonna show Luffy. Oh my god! And Luffy's like, "What's going on?" Like, just all these black lightning just happen to manage to just randomly show up. Sanji's shocked. What the hell? It's just like when that spider geezer appeared. The planets are aligning. Break next week. Break next week. Goda, 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 Goda. I don't know what's worse. Luffy manhandled a gorosei and an admiral, forcing him. What? Forcing the gorosei to come to Egghead. Anything like, okay, there's supposed to be a buster call. The island can't get destroyed right now. For what reason? Because like the mother flame can't happen, obviously. Luffy's friends are gonna escape. Is I don't feel like Luffy would get captured. I don't feel like that. It's interesting that Luffy's Toon Force got negated by Saturn. Like he was able to stop it. That's the definition of him. Like, like that is the definition of him. And Saturn summoning Jutsu. Oda watching Hanna Bar one of those cartoons like, no, so he's cooking. He's cooking. I hope you guys understand. Oda is cooking. And Luffy's still gonna get away. Who can show up right now? Like if Luffy Dragon has it wouldn't be Shanks. I don't think it's Shanks. If someone wants to show up right now, Shanks? No, Dragon. Dragon? Dragon? No, because he's still at Kawabaka. He's still at Kawabaka. Big Mom? This is amazing, though. This is a great chapter. This is a phenomenal chapter. I'm so glad I got to do it with you guys. I can't. The only person I could think of showing up right now is Dragon. Like, there's like at the left, we see that that Saturn can't manage Luffy by himself. We see that he can't handle it by himself. He's called in. How do they summon? Like no one can summon. Luffy might be able to summon somebody. The Black Lightning. Have we ever seen anything else like that? I don't think so. But if Zoro comes and like, if we actually have a moment where, I don't know, because even Sanji was getting his ass handed to. I'd love to see some. Oddly enough, I'd love to see like Kaido show up and start fighting against these guys. But Blackbeard is not around. Can we have 5v1? Luffy could Toon Force a 5v1, a 5v5. Luffy could Toon Force a 5v5. He thinks up like, I need to have more of me, and then he creates more of him. But there's Bonnie, who I wouldn't say is like the prime example, but if she can get Nika powers from, that might be a thing. If Bonnie, that would be ridiculous. If Bonnie can age herself appropriately now through her imagination to be like Nika, so we have Luffy and Bonnie as two Nikas in a sense, right? If we have those two, going against teaming up right now, I can't. That would be phenomenal. But guys, I'm not gonna take any more time. This is amazing. I hope you guys check the next reaction video. It's your boy Ange. This is a phenomenal chapter. Let me know what you guys think. I can't wait to see it going forward. Let me know what you guys think, or how you guys predict. How is it gonna be handled? Luffy 1v5, Luffy Bonnie 2v5, or 5v5. Let's see what y'all are speculating here. It's your boy Ange. I'll see you guys in the next chapter. Peace.